Good evening and welcome to the Tilak Maidan in Goa, the home of Churchill brothers. They take on Gokulam, Kerala, who are still in contention of that top spot just behind Mohammedan Sporting. They are the challengers pretty much at the moment. The two-time champions, both the sides can be introduced as that, but in different times, in different years, of course, with a difference of a few in between. But Churchill brothers, they have been struggling to find a victory in the last few games, and they'll be looking for it. And Francis Bonnet is back in the touchline. We'll hear out about how he has planned to approach the mighty Gokulam Kerala side. There's the team arrival, and we had a word with Francis Bonnet. We'll hear out on his thoughts.
Well, we are lacking of scoring goals. It's true that if you see all our matches, we create a lot of chances that I think that we have the quality to score because they are so easy. But maybe this miss of luck or a little bit miss of confidence, we are not scoring. But we need today one game like this against a top team. That if we start scoring, we can score the chances that we create. They will give us big confidence to achieve good results. Well, I think that of course in all the times you can improve, but the most important is scoring goals. We create, we can score easily. I think 5-6 goals in every game that we are playing in these last 4 matches, but we are missing it. So let's see if today we can achieve the goals and the result will be better for sure. Well, we work for dominate all the games with the ball. We will try it. They are in a good mood. They are in a good streak of winnings, and I'm sure that it will be difficult. But I have confidence. I trust in my players, and we know that if we do the things that we work, we will take the 3 points. Thank you so much.
Well, so confidence is the key which they are lacking at the moment, and finding that key up against this team who has scored plenty. And there's the arrival of the away side, led by the goal-scoring machine. Alex Sanchez will be on focus. But before that, Domingo Cabrera.
It was a different match. The weather was really horrible, a lot of wind, and the grass was very bad. And finally we can score at the end of the match, and was a different match. When you play with this kind of weather, the match is different. So at the end we can win, but now we have to focus in this match because Churchill Brothers is a very difficult team. Always we need to improve. Always we need to improve. Every match is, I told you, is different. For example, the last match in set piece, we have some problem. We have to improve in that. But I think we are in the correct way, in the perfect way, and we are winning. We have won the last 5 matches, and we have in a good moment. But I hope we can keep this moment today. Churchill Brothers is a very good team, and playing at home is more dangerous. No, they have a very good player like Martin, like Costa, like a lot of players very good, and for us it's going to be a very difficult match. So we need to do our best if we want to win this match. Thank you.
Well, learning and improving from every game. Gokulam Kerala, they look lethal when they go forward. One thing they know is how to win matches, how to find points. But Churchill brothers, who are so badly in need of a win, a position in the league table where they're not habituated being in at 10th, will be looking to get back to winning ways. We'll look at the lineups of the game, but with me in the comm box is Steve Leon. Welcome again.
Yes, thank you very much. Looking forward for this game. It was a very entertaining previous game, but One of the things that worries me here in this match is the pitch, as all the coaches have said already.
Well, and there's the lineup for Churchill brothers. Shubhashish Roy Chaudhary on goal. Gogo, Nischal Chandan with Koako and Sebastian Zo in the back line. Ralte, Costa Stanley, Colasso and Martin Chavez in the midfield as well. And up front is Abdul Karim Samb, who has duties of goal scoring. And of course, we'll hear further from Steve. But before that, the lineup of Gokulam Kerala: Avilash Paul on goal, Vikas Abdul Hakku, Akhil and Shahif in the back line, No Fall, Christy Davis, Abhijit, Rishad Saurav in the midfield, and Alex Sanchez, the lone man up front. Only one foreigner in that starting 11, surprising, and I can see only one on the bench as well in the likes of Komron Tusunov. The match officials today: Tanmay Dhar, today's match referee, along with assistant referees Pringson Singh and Alim Basha, and fourth official Arvind Shekhar. What do you make rather of these lineups?
Yes, you just said a little bit surprising. Gokulam, I don't see the two Serbian players, Nikola and Popovic. Maybe something happened. I didn't see in the previous game that there is a problem with Nikola, but maybe got an injury, maybe got a possibility, and we see here further the league table right now, where Gokulam has a must-win game to make it closer direction Mohammedan. With a win here, they can put a lot of pressure, and as we were talking before already, the next two matches for Mohammedan are against Trinity and are against Gokulam. So after these matches, we will know more where the league table is going to, and we will know which team at that point is having the league table and championship right in front of him, with only a couple of matches to go. But as I was saying before also about this pitch, something that is worrying me as it is a coach, a commentator, a supporter of football. A lot of teams have complained about it. You see it here also. This is just not high league level. This is not good enough to play good football. Ball is going to bounce everywhere. It's not going to attract too much, whatever how. And it's a little bit of a shame, because I've seen pictures from before when the pitch was quality. It's a little bit of a shame that this needs to be played in high league. But everyone knows it. So they will have to change their thinking process and have their mind going forward in this game, knowing that they need to win, and Churchill brothers knowing that they are a possibility here to go mid-table and have that opportunity to go away from the last two teams who are struggling inside the league, Negoka and Trau. They can make a huge step here. So hopefully we see an open game, and we see a game like we just did a couple of hours ago.
Well, indeed. And complaints aside, they have to find ways to find 3 points in this very circumstances. But at the moment, well, on your screen, it is 4 I-League titles divided equally among two sides of the pitch. The Red Machines, who have got 2 of their own. The Malabarians, who have also got 2 of their own. It is a clash, one which can really decide the future of this season's I-League as well. Given that Gokulam are right on top, challenging and breathing on the neck of Mohammedan Sporting, and a collision of the Giants on pitch underway with the 100th match of this season's I-League. Churchill brothers up against Gokulam Kerala. Churchill in red, attacking from right to left of your screens. And Gokulam straight away into attack in their familiar green stripes. And the threat always is from that man up front, Alex Sanchez. But you mentioned about the pitch conditions. Of course, they'll have to cope up and find a way. Not the best of conditions, but remember that banger of a goal in this very venue just a match ago from Real Kashmir's Chorizo, and that was their last fixture. Churchill brothers, a 2-0 defeat against Real Kashmir.
As you were saying, indeed, we have Alex Sanchez up front, very dangerous player, goal scorer for this Gokulam team. But at the moment, it is Churchill brothers who is pressing a little bit more than Gokulam. Maybe they are trying to find some opportunities first. But we will see during the game if the pitch indeed is going to make the game a little bit slower, or that both teams have found an opportunity to play in a different style. I see Churchill a little bit playing with a 4-4-2 at the beginning, but we need to see the running lines first. And Gokulam, we know, with Alex Sanchez up front, he will wait on these balls, and if he gets inside the box, he will have that trigger going for another goal.
Well, indeed, but Gokulam are one side who know how to grind out wins. Clever dummy. Churchill are focused on strength and physicality, but today they would need more to find wins. And that was Ralte on the ball, just trying to run forward. Lalrem Ralte, he gets a start here, and Martin Chavez, he'll play more of a link man with Abdul Karim Sam, who hasn't fired, was with Shillong Lajong at the start of the season, and now here with Churchill brothers. Always has that bit of promise about him, where he reaches positions, make those runs, just the conversion is somewhere missing, somewhere kept his scoring boots home, but he'll hope that he can find back scoring form soon, and maybe in this very match. Nischal.
And you see from the beginning a little bit, the ball is bouncing everywhere, it doesn't help the game, putting up the tempo too much. But we have a first big opportunity here already with a perfect control from that long ball, pushes it direction, the floor, and had the opportunity, the captain Martin, to maybe get a first opportunity at goal, but missed the shot.
Well, that should have been the first early blow. And Martin Chavez, he's been used down the flanks at times, but he's more comfortable centrally. And that was just a glimpse getting in the mix of things. And Avilash Paul, he has changed the look of the Gokulam side a bit since he has come into play, into the setup of Gokulam, getting a few starts. Very solid, very technically sound keeper, knows when and where to position himself. And once you have a keeper like that, a side like Gokulam, who are known for their defensive abilities and conceded too many this season compared to their own selves in the past, are now looking much better. But today Churchill are on a mission. Here's Martin Chavez cutting inside, has found a cross. Abdul Karim was there, but Avilash Paul first to it, and that is brave but at the same time risky.
Yeah, and it's a ball where the goalkeeper indeed needs to come. As a striker, you will always go for that ball. It's not a foul. We'll see it here again. Good cross from Martin. Ball comes in an area where the striker will go for it. Goalkeeper did his job also. They are very respectful towards each other. But already I saw, and this is confirmed here, I saw Aku being a little bit on the injured side already during the first duel that he had, and that can be concerning for this Gokulam defense. He was looking a little bit at his hamstrings, at his ankle also. I don't really know what exactly the issue is, but this doesn't seem good if it is after 5 minutes already that you need to go and call your physio. He stopped running suddenly, so that can be a case. They are giving here that it's maybe his knee, and I see immediately the coach Cabrera giving signal for someone to warm up already. So that can be a case of a quick substitution if it goes that way.
Well, the most likely candidate, maybe Salam Ranjan Singh, who has got a few starts, but then they would want their initial set of players to continue. And that is the plans with which you come into a game, and you do not want an early blow to that. And no fall, steals it back. He's been one of the most consistent of the lot. Rishad and Abhijit combined in the midfield. There's Christy Davis who comes in today, gets a start, has played as a winger at times in Mohammedan Sporting. Remember the beautiful goal from distance which he scored last season. Gokulam have the ball back. Well, no one was there on the run. For a moment I thought it was directed for someone. It was just in the mind and not in reality. But this time he might find no fall. Sebastian collects it.
It's not the best quality of football that we're seeing in the moment. I see a lot of long balls being kicked forward from both sides. Most probably, as we said from the beginning, partially to do with the pitch. But this way it makes it a lot more difficult because Gokulam is normally an opportunity.
Oh, what a chance that!
Absolutely, that must have been a possibility for a tackle there to push the ball direction the goal, which he didn't. And this was the first small opportunity, and we are already on the other side again.
Well, and good positioning from Avilash, but the defense, question marks from both sides. Well, end to end already, and it is difficult to do that in these circumstances, but they are trying, both the teams. This looks better from Churchill, I would say. I was there on the last two matches where they drew 1-1 with Interkashi, lost 2-0 with Real Kashmir. It was more of a physical, clumsy approach from Churchill, but today the mood of the team looks different. And that's a beautiful pass on that overlapping run, but horribly miscued that cross.
You see that teams need to be careful on the long balls because that ball bounces differently than you are used to on a grass pitch. Quality combination here, but the defending moments of Churchill with the first long ball immediately against Karim Sambo. Now Churchill has that ball back.
Well, now back in attack, Gokulam Kerala towards Alex Sanchez. He doesn't miss those, and it is number 16. Well, give him space. Well, he'll shine like a star, and he is shining on top of that goal scoring charts. And Gokulam have the lead.
That's how he is, one shot, one goal. Most of the times, games that I've seen with him, gets that opportunity inside the box, it's goal. It's very difficult to defend him. Does a perfect run in between the two centre backs, gets it on his foot. Can't forget the quality pass also. But one shot, one goal, and that's why he has scored so many already within this competition. And he will be putting pressure on the title race that is going on right now, because a quality striker like him is someone that can always give you that edge at the right time, and he is that player.
Well, indeed. And how can you stop him from scoring is now a question which many teams are finding difficult to answer, and he has done it yet again. Time and again, he continues delivering. It's another wasted opportunity.
That's a shot to nothing and nowhere really at the point that it's not necessary. He had the opportunity in front of him to run, could have passed the ball, but there's a shot to the sky from a position that it would have never had ended up in the goal.
Well, we would love to forget that attempt, but this is now his second goal against Churchill brothers. In the first meeting, it was a 1-1 draw in Kerala, where Richard Costa scored the goal for Churchill. He's on the pitch today as well. But the one goal from Gokulam, it was from the penalty spot. It was Alex Sanchez who scored for Gokulam. And here he is again. Till date, continues scoring. Free kick awarded in favor of Gokulam. Well, even though they're away from home, Gokulam, they look the more composed and settled side, even though too early to comment. But the way, the movement, the body language, it seems like they're more comfortable even though they're away from home. And headed out by Gogo.
Throughout the season, I've seen that Gokulam is a team that is able to keep going for 90 minutes. They are not the high-pressing team, but they have always their opportunities, they always have the chances, and as we said, with a top scorer like that inside your ranks, inside your team, you always know that there is a goal that can be scored, and he shows that again today. Most of the times they don't start at 100%, but a second opportunity here already again from a pass now from Alex Sanchez. It was the two same players again who helped each other direction and opportunity. But then you see the difference. Maybe if this was a second pass to Alexis Sanchez, it would have been a second goal. Now the ball goes next to the goal. But they know he's someone who can handle that ball. He can pass it, he can shoot, he gives an assist. And he's so dangerous around that box.
Indeed. And there's Richard Costa who plays it back to Aubin. Gokulam have won it back for a second. And now Abdul Karim Samp getting more involved. I've seen Sebastian made the wrong way, I would say. Should have gone wide. Instead went inside. But here's Alan Colasso. He's got a start as well. Martin Chavez, he's a very clever customer. But that fist out from Avilash Paul could have been confusion. It hit the defender initially, the ball. He was trying to clear it away. But then, important decision. Otherwise, Martin Chavez was in.
This is when your striker keeps going, even at a very difficult moment. And this is where you see that the ball bounces straight and weirdly. We've seen that within the passing elements. We've seen that within the moment's direction go. It is very difficult to really know where the ball is going to bounce to, and this is for defenders especially very difficult to defend, and the goalkeepers there need to come out sometimes a little bit quicker than expected, and he did that very well. Again, we see a throw-in, which my guess will be first post, try to head it through direction the third zone, as we've seen in the previous game also. Now it was to Sambu, was waiting there to head that ball, but Gokulam has recovered it.
Well, and now Gokulam will create a counter of their own. Blocked by Alan Colasso, coming up from the reserve side, or the B side of Churchill Brothers. He's played in the Goa Pro League. Alan Colasso. Vikas with the throw towards Alex Sanchez. And now no fall. He knows how to provide assists on a plate for strikers. Takes it from Vikas. Sense of calmness. Awkward bounce again. Almost back with Gokulam, but foul given.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of a push within that altercation between two players. But as I said, when the ball is bouncing difficultly, there will be more fouls because of it on the pitch, because you don't know really where the ball is going to head to. And you see that here clearly how the ball is going. You see the sand coming up from the pitch. That means that it's a very dry spot. and it makes it very difficult. But Alex Sanchez, look at these runs. Every time he finds that space. Now also again, he was on a position where the defenders didn't even expect him. His first touch was not good, okay, but again he was on a position where it's very difficult to go and defend him.
A headache for coaches. That might be a way to sum him up. Off the ball movement is also so important. He makes those runs. Very intelligent player. If you're on the ground watching him, you know so much better than on the TV screens. He's one man. A nightmare to defend. Vikas with a long throw straight to Shubhashish Roy Chaudhary, the all-experienced goalkeeper. 20 years now in the Indian football circuit.
A lot of experience indeed. Played for a lot of big clubs here in Indian football, and that experience he's taking with him. But then use tendency again with a quality striker in front of you. It's always difficult to get that ball, and it will be for him a very difficult evening with Alex Sanchez, who will get some more opportunities within the game also.
Well, some pressure applied on Churchill, and Nischal plays it all the way back to Shubhashish Roy Chaudhary. Here's Robin. Well, Gokulam Kerala, they are coming into this match with 5 back-to-back wins. The only team at this point of time in the league table who have that graph all green with W's all over. And 5 of them back-to-back, and 4 of them being away from home. Just one in between against Shillong, who was in Kerala. So they've been traveling a lot, but they have been dealing with all those difficulties very well. Oh, good little turn from Abhijit. Still finds a pass. Aubin intervenes, but they are growing as a team. Gokulam showing signs. Sometimes, of course, the conditions affecting, but this on a different pitch. Those passes coming off well. Just signs, good signs for Domingo Cabrera. And here's another chance. Attempt from distance. Oh, what a goal! And that is Abhijit, who has doubled the tally for Gokulam Kerala. And when conditions do not favor, it is quality who writes the odds.
We'll see if there was a little deflection or if that was a shot immediately. It was a quality goal, but it's very quickly 2-0, and as we said, at the moment Gokulam is taking advantage. The ball just bounces before he shoots, and that, look at it, it just goes, it bounces before he shoots, and that's why you got that ball going over the goalkeeper. It's a quality shot also. I think he indeed was looking at it, hoping that the ball will go up, that he could do that shot. But 2-0 that quick at the beginning of the match could show for Gokulam another win going by the end of the 90 minutes, and it puts a lot of pressure on this Churchill team. But as we said, Gokulam, even on these difficult moments or on this difficult situation here with the pitch, they still try to find these triangles, let that ball go around. It doesn't always work, but it's one of the major qualities of this team, and they know where to score and how to score. And you see this quality team that's been working full focus to push direction. Another I-League title, because they've had some already, and with this one there is a promotion to ISL, so they will want to put pressure onto Mohammedan, onto Srinidhi, which I think are the last 3 real teams right now who are contenders, especially with the draw of Kashmir. But 2-0 that early in the game can give you confidence, push down a little bit the tempo, and try to make it a third one here.
Oh, just stuck under his feet. And you were saying about how the ball bounced before they shot at goal. Abhijit just understanding and reading the condition, and that is what quality does. That is what I meant by quality writing the odds. It is the situation totally turned around. He read that there is an awkward bounce in the pitch and he used it to his advantage. And that was a beautiful switch towards no fall on the right. He's still on the ball. Could have released it early. And now he's running forward. Gokulam are looking lethal. No fall past the challenge. No fall finds the shot. And well, they are looking hot as heck.
Yeah, 2-0 here, taking all the balls, bringing that movement around the 16-yard box. And at the moment, except the first 2-3 minutes when Churchill was showing a little bit of attacking movements with the long ball, it has been all Gokulam, and they are closer to the 3-0 than Churchill at the moment is getting close for a goal. But as you know, a long ball here, maybe with a foul just given, a goal can fall from out of nowhere. But this Gokulam team is rolling.
Well, they're on the roll with Sebastian with the free kick. One goal can change the complexion, commanding goalkeeping, but thankfully more than that, they have found the ball, and Alex Sanchez just in time checked back to stay onside, and this might be another. Couldn't generate the power, just enough pressure from the defender. That is dangerous. And Gokulam, what have they consumed for motivation before this game?
It's a player that everyone in this league wants. I'm convinced about that, but we're on the other side here with an opportunity. And that, as in the previous game, should have done a lot better. But you saw the run that he made, goes a second time back to not be offside, starts his run at the right time, and it was another opportunity of Alexis Sanchez to maybe score a third goal already for Gokulam. Sultan Moida, the referee here, gives the signal that Churchill had to wait, and they will try to get back inside the game here.
Martin Chavis, not a great corner routine, but here's Remruata Rualte, couldn't get it back. Oh, awkward, but Avilash reacted first. And thankfully, a combination of composed and commanding goalkeeping along with some great attacking is what reflects on the scoreline. Few times could have been mistakes, half chances for Churchill, and those moments were not allowed to go in. And then on the other side, oh, that's a late challenge, and he'll get a final warning from Tanmadhar. A very experienced match official too. And the free kick taken quickly. Wasted, really. Christy Davis tries to switch direction. Managed to keep it in play, but not really control it well enough. But also another factor coming into this one is that not just 5 back-to-back wins for Gokulam, but also that they have not been beaten by Churchill in their last 6 meetings. So that is a long time. The last time Churchill got a win was way back in 2021. So it's been over 2-3 years almost that they are yet to beat Gokulam Kerala. And here's Sebastian from the left. His options waiting in the box. Sebastian takes it to his left. Early commit from Vikas. No fault, couldn't keep it in, but a good little attack and a change already, because Francis Bonnet is not at all happy with what he is seeing, and I was just wondering it would probably be Alan Colasso who will be sacrificed, and it is him. The coach has a word with him, but of course the reason is not that he has performed poor, but the reason is more that Ajit has got the experience compared to Alan, who is very young and new to the circuit. A little harsh.
Yes, I know. At the end, it's 2-0 within 20 minutes, or at minute 25. If you see that your defender is not bringing, or your midfielder not bringing what he needs to bring, as a coach, you need to dare to make changes, and especially now with having 5 substitutions, you can go quicker to make a sub like this compared to the past when they were straight, then you're going to wait most of the times. But within the first half, if something is not working, you take that risk as a coach. There is still 20 minutes to go before half time, so at least if maybe you can score a goal, which the opportunity that they just had, a small opportunity, if a ball goes in like that, at least you can go half time and you can change things up. But as a coach, you need to do this, especially with having those 5 subs, as I said, with a good small shot here already, and maybe with having shaken up things with that sub, it will be maybe Gokulam who needs to rethink a little bit how to defend, because Kuma is a different player.
Well, a shot on target, and Avilash ball was in position, but a good shot from Stanley. He has been very lively. Stanley Fernandez, the number 7 for Churchill brothers. Here's Martin Chavez. Likes to cut in and chips in across. No fall. A good first touch. He just reads that he needs to reach the ball before it bounces on the surface. Alex Sanchez. Their combination is so very good to watch. Again, just to give away, and they're combining. Clears it off somehow. Came off red shirt. It is a throw in for Gokulam Kerala. Vikas with the throw. Taking his time, waiting for his options. Halfway through the first half, almost reaching the half an hour mark. There was a challenge in between. Martin Chavez is the captain of Churchill, hence steps in to have a word with the official. But he knows what he's doing, Tanmatar, and he'll just have a word exchanged. Knows how to handle big games. He'll just have a word probably. Well, just a warning, good officiating from Tanmay Thar. Sometimes you do not want to let things go out of hands. At the same time, keep control, keep charge. That you are the man in charge. Do not go again, and then the cards will come out. It is free kick given in favor of Sebastian. Francis Bonnet will be tensed.
And it's indeed trying to keep the goal flowing, the match flowing, instead of going to start booking players. On the other side, sometimes as a referee, it is better to do it that immediately everyone knows, okay, we are not going to end up a fight like it just ended in the last match. But these are moments where you need to show yourself as a referee. You need to also find a balance within what is good and what is not good. How can we keep that game going? And most important is at the end, the match is on the roll, and that there are no too many bad fouls, too many tackles going on. There was a bit more altercations within the Kashmir game, but here everything is going around in the meantime, and it is up to Churchill brothers to try to find a solution after this 2-0 very early inside the game.
Indeed. And another thing which will be in the mind of Francis Bonnet, he has been with the Gokulam Kerala side a season ago. He was their head coach. He's changed colours facing his former team, and loss, at least a heavy loss, is something he would want to avoid. Try for a win, there's still time. Nishchal Chandan with the long throw. Gokulam enjoying majority of possession, 53%. Nishchal throws it in, and they'll probably wait for it to run out. And he was waiting for it to go out, but it didn't. And collected by Avilasha.
And you saw that dangerous bounce just before it came into the 6-yard box. These are the kind of moments, because of the pitch, that suddenly a goal could come in. Because as a goalkeeper, you don't know what to expect when it hits the floor. Where on a grass pitch, you exactly know the ball is going to bounce, I just take it. But on these kind of pitches, it's very, very difficult for defenders and goalkeepers. And you saw that he was struggling with that ball just bouncing in front of him. Sometimes there it will be better to go and knock the ball immediately away. But of course you don't want to do that, because normally there is no striker there, you could easily take the ball. But on a pitch like this, and we see a first yellow card here being given to number 27.
Well, it was a warning to him, Sebastian, just a moment ago. And well, he got involved again, and hence the yellow card. And it was against Alex Sanchez once more. And these two having a little internal battle. And that is why he has gone into the books. And that'll be difficult when your defender is on a yellow. You'll have to be careful from next on when he makes those challenges. Christy Davis, not a lethal one, but Aubin miscues that clearance. A header on target. The bounce could have made it difficult for Shubhashish, but he collected and launches it long and very long towards Abdul Karim. And that's quality defending from the man who took the free kick himself, Christy Davis.
Very good long ball there, trying to get something inside the box immediately. But they get a corner here, 15 minutes before half-time. This could be the perfect time to score a goal for Churchill Brothers to put pressure inside that game. But it is Gokulam who goes on the transition from defense to attack with a 3v3 at the moment here. A little bit the pass too far on the open left side. Should have done better there, especially 3v3. But of course it's not easy when you are looking and seeing that ball bouncing everywhere. So right now Gokulam has a throw in and is going to try to get that ball inside the box.
Well, indeed. And Shahif with the throw in. Could have been a counter. Look at that pace as well from No Fall when he was running forward. Now they're thinking of one more from distance. Christy Davis has the ability. A deflection on the way. Shubhashish read that. It is their home ground. 8 shots from Gokulam already. 6 from Churchill. And the longer route is not working.
Yeah, you see that they're trying to get Chavez and Samba up front. Long ball direction. The two strikers, even if Chavez is not really a striker, but he comes closer to Sam to get it 3v2. 3 defenders of Gokulam against 2 players of Churchill. But until now, they've not had a good opportunity. They got a little bit of a combination here. But again, defending was ready from Gokulam's side. And Churchill is not getting the opportunities that they need to get to come back inside the match.
2 shots from Martin Chavez, both from distance, just trying out. And that flair is missing a bit. I think it's a team game, even though individuals make an impact, but the support needs to be there. Alex Sanchez in the gamble, a push and a pull and a free kick for Churchill. Sebastian. Churchill Brothers need to calm down their nerves and try to find at least a goal before half-time, because now that we see, after that phase of storm from Gokulam, things have calmed down a bit, settled down more, and now if Churchill Brothers can strike, they can change the mood of the game. And Abdul Karim Sami was trying to chest it down towards Rembuata, who didn't read it, made the wrong run again. Abhijit scored a spectacular a while ago for the second.
This is also the experience of this Gokulam team. As I was saying before, I've seen them play quite a few times. They are not the high pressing team, but they know exactly where to run, where to come and ask the ball, what to do with the ball. And that makes such a big difference. And you see that they just, the moment that it becomes a little bit more difficult, maybe they can see the goal, maybe suddenly they can change their tactical plan, they can change their way of playing. And too many of the other teams are a little bit struck within that same playing style the whole time, as we see here with Churchill brothers trying to find the striker up front, waiting for that ball, who's not really defending too much, and trying to go quick. Again, an altercation between two players there, but Martin, who wanted to play quickly, as you see, he tries to put up that tempo in the game, but most of the times he's alone in that for Churchill brothers.
And again, restarts it quickly, poked it out of play. He's so eager to perform. Stanley to Richard Costa. And now Orbin. Looking for options, and now on the right. Haven't seen the right channel so active today. And the cross in a deflection was there on the way, but Avilash Paul, eyes on the ball.
Martin Chavez indeed is one of those players that is one of the reasons you look at football. A little bit same with Alex Sanchez. They just have that little edge a little bit more. If it is on the wing or up front, they know where to run, they know where to get that ball. It's the same like in the previous game a little bit, even if they don't score that much, but a Nickham, an Edmund, those are the kind of players why you come and why you look at football. And that's the same here with Chavez and with Alex Sanchez.
Stanley to Richard Costa. Ajit plays it forward, looking for probably Abdul Karim, but that is a wasted pass. Oh, Alex Sanchez, he has won it back. He turns so well, and he's accelerating as well. Has seen a cross in Abhijit. The last touch came off him, and it'll be a goal kick.
Again, a good moment on the side from Alex Sanchez, sees his teammate, does the perfect run at the right time. And you see these kind of passes of Churchill is just not good enough at the moment to put any pressure on Gokulam, and this can be lucky with just the yellow card. I don't know what you think about this, but this could have been more. Maybe we will see it in the replay, but that foot came quite late.
But this is the thing I was talking about in the last few games as well. Churchill, they've been a bit lacking discipline. I couldn't spot that at all, but well, Tanmoy Thar, he's one official. He wouldn't let this go. There are a bit of confusions and 50-50 thoughts in minds of officials while giving this decision. So what if the game goes worse, sees more cards? But when there's a challenge which deserves a card, the card needs to come out. And Churchill, there somewhat seems like in the last few games habituated of going off with those challenges. And in one of those two games, even after so many challenges, there was probably only 1 or 2 yellow cards for Churchill. Should have been at least 5-6 of them. But today, when there's a man of such experience, Tanmay Thar, in charge, you wouldn't see those being let off. Second yellow already. Sebastian was given a warning and then a yellow. And this one, of course, you say it could have been more than a yellow. But just controlling things, just giving a yellow for the time being. They have to be careful. And a free kick for Gokulam. It is Christy Davis. The previous one wasn't accurate. This one looks better, but Shubhashish collects.
And again, that long ball immediately forward. It's something that they've been playing almost the whole game, but it hasn't given any success until now.
Switched direction to the right. Sort of, that was who gives it away under pressure. And Ruata. Stenley. Oh, that's a good looking ball in towards Martin Chavez, who was waiting for the defenders, missing up to Kareem Samb. Couldn't connect at all. That is late. Well, Martin Chavez, he might get away with this given the intent. He's very eager to get in the mix of things all the time, even when the ball is around the sidelines. He straight away knows his mistake, but he'll be very lucky to avoid a card.
Of course, he wants to go for that ball, puts his foot, but doesn't really go for it on a tackle. But as you see, he's been limping a little bit also, and I think it's about frustration. He just gives a quality ball to his teammate Sam. As we said before, also he was playing at Geelong, gets these opportunities with inside the box, but wastes so many of them. And I think that this is a little bit the frustration towards himself, being a little bit injured, missing a chance like that just before half-time, because this could have been 2-1, and at the end you see that the goalkeeper in the first half already trying to waste some time. So of course you go for it, you're the captain, you need to show your teammates, I'm believing still in it, I'm going to go for it. But at the end, these kind of challenges could give you a yellow card, a red card, depending on the referee.
But again, points to Tanmadar. He understands what Martin Chavez was trying to do, understands the intent. But this game has flown by so quickly that we are approaching the halfway mark of the game, 43 minutes already. And 2 yellow cards for Churchill brothers, one for Stanley, one for Sebastian. Bit of an issue there. 53% possession for Gokulam Kerala, 47 for Churchill brothers. Domingo Cabrera, who wants his side to go for another win, and they'll have free kick. A 3-0 will ensure a much happier halftime talk. Shahif delivers towards all those red shirts. Good control. And now from the right, Rishad against 2 red shirts, still controlling. And now sort of first time effort. And that'll run out for a throw-in favor of Gokulam.
Right now a 2-0 win here would bring them to 2 points of Mohammedan. Much more. They've played 16 already, Mohammedan would have played 15. But it would bring the excitement within the competition, as I said. Mohammedan and Gokulam are playing, Mohammedan and Trinity are playing within the next couple of matches. So it will bring us a better idea of which team will have the chance to be crowned champion, even if after that there's still quite some matches to go. But step by step you see that it will become between these 3 teams.
Well, Avilash has gone down again. He felt a notch on that chest region, I believe, when Martin Chavez was bringing out the tackle. It is 5 minutes added on, and a good amount of time because of those stoppages. Avilash Paul still struggling a bit. But he's a very important member of this Gokulam squad. But the Churchill faithful in Goa. They love their football. It's not a massive crowd, but the numbers they are the loyal ones. They are most of the times there, even in the Goa Pro League around. There's a few number of people who always get in. And there had been a period when the Goan clubs were dominating the Indian football circuit. Tempo, the highest number of times they've won the National Football Championship or the I-League. And then Churchill brothers got 2 of them. And there was Salgaonkar and Fasco and Sporting Club de Goa. So they were all around a dominating force to reckon a good while ago. But now there's been a wave of calmness. In the ISL, of course, FC Goa, waving the flag high, took that to the AFC Champions League 2 years ago. But right now it's all a bit silent again. And they need that spark from the other teams as well to gradually go on the rise.
2 of those teams that you were just naming are right now playing in I-League 2, trying to get back to I-League. As you say, the moment that there is a derby within I-League or within ISL, always public will come more than a match against another team, and that would spark indeed the possibility of having a Goan derby. Even the opportunities within the other states. There are teams who have 2 teams within I-League 2. So all these teams, they will want to have the state teams to come up, as that would make it more interesting within I-League. And for the moment, Churchill brothers, if we look a little bit within the league table, even with a loss here, I think they are on safety moments, on safety reasons of what is going on, with 14 points compared to Neroka and Trout. But there indeed, this should have been a goal for Churchill with a mistouching of the Gokulam defender. But this was chosen direction Gokulam.
And now a run forward from no fall. Oh, he has still found a pass in. Clever with the outside of the boot. And a good one from Shahif, accelerating past the red shirt. Aubin not cleared it well. And here's Abhijit, full of confidence, and almost went through all those barriers in front of him. Martin Chavez's attempt to trick the defenders didn't come off well. And now Alex Sanchez trying to combine, because the first touch was a little awkward due to the conditions, but nonetheless another bright move from Gokulam. Well, but one thing to add on, if the scoreline stays 2-0 at half-time, even though the game is going totally in favor of Gokulam, but in terms of statistics, in the overall history, Churchill brothers will still see some hope, because in all the 3 fixtures, they won twice only in the entire 10 or 11 meetings, and in all the 3 meetings where Churchill won, they scored 3 goals, and 2 of them being 3-2 victories against Gokulam. The last one where Luka Majen scored a hat-trick. He's in the ISL with Punjab right now.
Something you see within the Churchill team, they're not really finding each other, especially the 2 players up front. The link-up is not there, the way of finding that connection is not there, and they are struggling with having the right pass, the right run direction each other. You see a lot of times Martin Chavez having the ball and trying to look where his teammate is, and you still see him limping if you look a little bit closer within the game. And that's what you see, that you need to have that right connection within 2 players up front, and maybe now with a cross to nowhere again. It's something that I said in the previous game, it's something that happens so much in football here, is the wrong choice when you are on the side, on the wing, in where to bring that ball, how to bring that ball, and it's sometimes a question of, is there enough training being done on crosses? Is there enough possibility to bring that ball properly? And it's something that you need a certain quality to bring a ball where you want it, and this is loads and loads of training you need to be doing on. But we get an opportunity here with on the right side where Martin Chavez was running completely alone. You see what I was talking about, connections. If you don't find that connection, you don't look around, you take the wrong decision. Martin Chavez would have been the right one.
Well, and I think there's some things which you cannot really teach a player to do. These decisions, it's either of ample amount of practice and get it into your muscle memory, or it comes naturally to you where you have the sense and the idea, the footballing brain, where you have to know where to play the ball. Well, Nischal with the long throw in. We'll get back to you with that question, if not now in the second half, but a header, and Avilash will collect, and that will be half time. 2 goals in favor of the away side, and control and dominance somewhat can be said. Martin Chavez sometimes falling as a lone warrior for Churchill brothers. Not enough limping, but still wanting. The hunger is there. But at half time it's Gokulam 2 and Churchill 0. Getting back to what we were discussing.
Yeah, indeed, you were saying maybe it's not really trainable. I don't really agree, because it's one of the things that we start in Europe at a very young age in grassroots, and one of the main problems for, like for example, these true passes that you see at a higher level, these crosses that you see at a higher level, it's all about training. Yes, there is a part of your brain that works quicker with Kevin De Bruyne, with Xavi, with Iniesta than it does with another player, but it's also the amount of training hours that they've done from a very young kid, from a very young age, playing on the streets, playing with their friends, playing in the team, getting that training knowledge, working with Brain Central Training, for an example. But let us look here further at the ball position: 55% for Gokulam and 45% for Churchill. 9 shots and 8 shots, which 4 and 3 on target. Equal in fouls, with 2 yellow cards for Churchill, 1 clear honour for Churchill, and 1 offside for Gokulam.
Well, the stats and the scoreline tilting in favor of Gokulam, but 8 shots, 3 of them from Abdul Karim Samb. 1 best opportunity probably should have been at least hit on target from Abdul Karim. Martin Chavez with 2 attempts, Alan Colasso, Remruata Ralte and Stanley with 1 attempt each. Stanley's attempt was straight to Avilash Paul, and Avilash was called upon action a few times, stood strong, stood brave. And the 9 shots from Gokulam Kerala, 3 from the man himself. Alex Sanchez got a goal and 2 shots as well. Apart from that, Abhijit and Nofal with 2 shots, and Christy Davis and Saurav with 1 shot each. One of Abhijit's shot turning out to be what can be called a cracker of a goal. And a few fouls here and there. 6 from Churchill brothers. Martin Chavez and Stanley with 2 each. Stanley getting into the books. Richard Costa with a foul and Coco with 1. Sebastian Zo as well with a foul, which was given as a yellow card. And that is where Churchill have to be more clinical. They have to be more composed. And 6 fouls from Gokulam Kerala as well. Alex Sanchez with 3, Vikas with 2 of them, Rishad with 1. And that is all for the stats in the first half. We'll wait to find out if things change in the second 45 minutes. But for the time being, we'll check out the highlights of the first half. Well, Churchill need to do better, need to find different ideas. But at the same time, Gokulam, their intent is clear, their motive is clear. They'll get closer to Mohammedan Sporting with a win here, and they'll put some pressure on the table toppers. A slip from them would be troublesome. And there's how things went by in the first 45 minutes. And Gokulam creating a lot of chances and scoring early on as well with Alex Sanchez strike. We'll see that in a moment. Tanmador having good control in the game, have to give credits to him. But this man, a one-man warrior. Avilash Paul as well, stopping everything. And this was the moment which opened scoring. Alex Sanchez, give him an inch, he'll take a mile.
Run at the right time, gets to that 6-yard box, left foot. 9 times out of 10 with him, what I've seen this season, it's a goal. This was the one. We have another one that just not was the second one, but he's a finisher in the box, and I'm sure that a lot of teams are looking at him. A good pass there with a second opportunity, and then this shot, quality goal. And it's like on this pitch there are only quality goals being scored, because in the week also with Criso, this one is a little bit lower in quality, but it's still very nice from outside the box. Look at that, sees Roy outside of the goal, and with the ball bouncing in front of him, gets the 2-0. Had the opportunities, they had the opportunities for a third goal also. But right now, Gokulam is flying, and this was one of those opportunities.
Well, and Stanley with an attempt. Vilash was in position, and Martin Chavez always reaching there, following the ball. It's something we teach young strikers, follow the ball till the last moment. That was the yellow card for Sebastian. He got a warning before that, and then finally the card was brought out, and this was the moment, a little nudge on Vilash. Martin Chavez, he went for the ball, not too much wrong intent in it, but a bit of frustration involved, and a few fouls here and there, but 2 goals is the highlight of the first half. Do not go anywhere, this is entertaining, this is exciting, as the I-League carries forward action till the very final match weeks, and for the time being we'll have to wait 45 more minutes to find the outcome of this very match. Match number 100, witnessing drama and action at the Tilak Maidan. At half-time, it is Churchill Brothers 0 and Gokulam Kerala 2. Stay tuned and do not go anywhere. We'll be back again soon with 45 more minutes of end-to-end action. Welcome back again in the match which can be a deciding factor for the future of this season's I-League. Gokulam Kerala away from home up against Churchill Brothers in match number 100 of this season's I-League, and a couple of changes have been made here. One of them right on your screen is Louis Ogana, who has come on, and of course they cannot waste time. Sebastian Zoe has been taken off, so a defender sacrificed, and in comes Faisal Ali. He was on a yellow, and as you were pointing in the com box, Steve, right now, we'll hear from you as well. But Faisal Ali and Louis Ogana, some attacking threat, one defender sacrificed, and these two, Louis Ogana last season and Faisal Ali this season itself in his substitute appearances, has been very, very lively. Welcome back, Steve. What do you expect of the second half?
Yeah, we've seen, thank you very much, we've seen in the previous matches what a threat sometimes Ogana can be. We were talking and discussing during half-time what we think will be able to happen within the game. They're going to start playing with two strikers right now, with most probably Chavez behind them, or maybe Chavez a little bit more on the wing, as I'm seeing right now. So they're going to go into a 4-4-2 with two quite quick players up front, but that means you're going to give away your midfield to Gokulam. But quick goal can make a big change within this game, and as I told you within half time, I'm predicting Churchill to score a goal quickly. Maybe with this change my prediction can come out.
Well, and we are off and running with the second half here at the Tilak Maidan in Goa, and hoping for your prediction to go correct. They have made the two changes, maybe the two attacking ones, but it's Remruata who is slotting in that left full-back position, who was playing as a left winger in the first half. A new role, but he's capable of doing that. Remruata Ralte is named as a defender, so it was a new role going in attack for Remruata Ralte, and now he's finally back in defense. And we've not seen much of Gogo in the first half. He has been very, very lively in almost every second game throughout the two seasons back to back. Here's Martin Chavez hustling for ball possession. Such a committed player to have in your team. Oh, that's a good spot, but a foul throw, I believe. Oh well, what was the decision about? It is a foul throw indeed. That was the only possible outcome. He ran and probably 1 foot up on the air.
And it's very strange to see that two times inside a game. Most of the time, there's one time the referee will do that, but two times for a back throw is a little bit of a surprise for me to see. Most of the times the referees and linesmen are quite lenient with that, even if we know the rules about it. But it's one of those things that most of the times you rather see with youth matches than with senior matches, that the referee actually is going to blow for another throw-in for the other team, a foul throw. It's not many things you see with the seniors, because we all know the rules, and we all know that at the end, when you're actually playing for the money, because this is at the end senior football compared to junior football, where you are playing for development. I see throw-ins where sometimes, especially those very long ones, they throw in and they step immediately on the pitch. Then you need to almost go and tell every time that this is a foul throw. But it's a little bit of a surprise, but we get Churchill with a good cross here to the far post.
Louis Ogana, he's got some space to think and finds a shot! The substitution on point! And Churchill have pulled one back. Ghana, impact substitution. It's 2-1. And game on.
And what I said was going to happen happened. We were discussing it about at halftime. Ghana gets that ball, pushes it on the far post, inside foot. One of those things that I rarely see with local strikers. Most of the times it's a shot on power day. Simple inside foot, far post. 2-1, and we have a game on. We'll make it a lot more intense. The duels will start going up. And as I said, the moment that we saw Ghana came on, we know that he can make a difference. He hasn't scored many goals, but he's someone who always keeps fighting, keeps running, and we are back in the game.
Martin Chavez, he delivers for Abdul Karim. It runs across the face of goal, but Churchill will have some belief. And Gokulam, they have to strike again if they want to get the win. And the two substitutes combined, really. Faisal Ali with the assist, and it was Luyukana with the goal. And here's Luyukana again, trying to find Faisal. Solid defending, and back with Remruata. Chips it forward towards Abdul Karim. Tries to cushion it back, and this is exciting. Your prediction went right, Steve, but along with that, just a gentle reminder, the last win for Churchill Brothers against Gokulam was way back on the 1st of March 2021, and it was a 3-2. So they conceded 2, but they scored 3. And Martin Chavez, he tried to carry on, but it is a forced substitution, clearly, who have been following the game from the first half. It is Emmanuel Coffey who comes on. Emmanuel. So firepower up front, Emmanuel, Luyukana and Abdul Karim Samb. Of course, they'll miss the quality of Martin Chavez, but then it was somewhat forced. He was struggling since the first half.
It will be a point of missing him over there on that wing, but maybe with the pressure that our newcomer from Ghana can make in this team, that running possibility, that power a little bit, maybe the quality of his passing will not be like the captain Martin Chavez, but he will have other qualities here to bring within this team, especially now it's 2-1.
Excellent from Francis Bonnet. The bravery, he has picked up a player in the first half itself. He knows he doesn't have too many subs remaining, brings 2 on at half time, and both of them combining to make the scoreline look so much competitive. 2-1 at the moment. Faisal Ali with the assist, Luyukana with the goal, and then a forced substitution. They have only one more substitution remaining, Churchill Brothers, but they have thrown on their cards. They have Chika Achulu or Trijoy Savio Tias. And there's Silo as well on the bench, we haven't seen much of, but among attacking options, I'm just saying, there are defenders on the bench. Gokulam have to throw in, but one goal from Gokulam can really again change the mood. They have conceded in the last 2 games, Gokulam, but they have come back, come back strong. A 2-1 against Delhi and a 4-1 against Rajasthan United, both away from home. And there's one player who was warming up at half-time for Gokulam, and he has returned to the I-League. He was with Rajasthan United last season. Lalian Sanga Rentley plays as a defensive midfielder. One of the most promising defensive midfielders last season was called up to the ISL for Orisha FC, who are on top of the ISL table at the moment. But he wasn't getting much of a game time there with the likes of Ahmed Chahu and such big names. And loaned out back to Gokulam Kerala. Made his comeback last day against Delhi FC. They were trailing 2-1. And at the final minute, wins a penalty, a 1-1. And then drives in the box, scores a goal. It's 2-1 win. So there are some special players involved in the game. He's one such on the bench of Gokulam.
We see the newcomer here running for the ball. Kofi Essien, Ghana player, was still playing in Ghana Premier League on the 31st of December of last year. Did his transfer here, 22 years old, and has already played in Europe, in Albania. So has that little experience also to have played in Europe. Young guy still, a lot of energy. We're going to see if he is just in the image here, if he is going to be able to make that difference for the team out of Goa.
Can he do a Gianni Dos Santos? Well, maybe not. We'll find out. But it is a free kick, hands used and free kick given. And Gokulam will want to wipe out all such risks. Christy Davis with the delivery, not a great looking one. And a pull from Abhijit, and that is why the free kick awarded. And Goku needs to calm down. He often gets involved in such challenges. Very physical player, doesn't have the huge stature, but very strong and very balanced. He likes to go on those challenges and competitiveness. There is Goku. And there's where you need to calm down your mind. That's a very clever idea, but I would say the pitch didn't help. Just trying to call it behind the defender, but then a difficult one to execute.
And the ball was way too far for the top scorer to get to that ball. But having put that extra power up front, Churchill brothers, you see that they're having a little bit more of the ball than they had in the first half. And they are going to put these long balls direction Ogana up front, who's going to try to have the headers to Sambo, to Essien, and to hopefully get an opportunity there to make an equalizer. Said, this young guy will go for every ball that he can. There's a light touch in between, just goes for the header. And that maybe within the next 30 minutes can make a difference here.
Avilash Paul will be happy that the decision is in favor of Gokulam. The goal which he didn't expect to concede. All the defenders and keeper, everyone fooled with that sweet little attempt from Louis Okana. And here's Rembruata. A little burst of pace. Ajit couldn't control. And here's no fall. Very central today. Different idea from Domingo Cabrera. And generally seen a no-fall run down the wings. He's playing as a winger itself, but driving inside on many occasions. And here he is, Shahif on the overlap. And no fall. Tries for the corner. Oh, Shubhashish almost making a meal out of it. That bounce in front of the keeper. And no fall, knew in his mind what he was doing.
It's something that I said in the first half. You see it coming, the ball there. Suddenly it bounces a little bit away from the goalkeeper, and that could have suddenly put their plans away. It's something you need to think about. I told it in the first half, maybe there you need to go earlier direction the ball, push it away immediately, kick it away immediately. But it's something that a goalkeeper doesn't want to do, because normally this is a very easy ball. But as we talked before, on a pitch like this, the bounces will be different, the ways of the ball movement will be different, and it plays against the defenders and the goalkeepers.
Well, that could have been a howler. It is a corner right now. Chance to deliver and secure their 2-goal lead again. Not a great delivery once more, an acrobatic attempt. Missed the ball totally, and a free kick to Churchill brothers. Shubhashish taking his time for his troops to get ready up front. Poked forward. Faisal Ali in the gamble. Cleared away for the time being.
See the ball here coming. Tries to get that bicycle kick going. Misses it, and most of the times they will be blown for a foul at that point. Churchill starting to move up step by step inside this match. 30 minutes to go. Not really creating a lot of opportunities. With all that firepower up front, Gokulam is trying to drag down the game.
Well, the best case scenario is already here for Churchill Brothers with a 2-1. And one more goal will just give them a chance to maybe try and go for the win to 52% possession for Gokulam. But Churchill are climbing back, 48 right now. A good combination play. Go with the delivery. Good looking one, but now he has to track back. Oh, clever from Abhijit, and a foul there that seems like he was going to his pockets, but might just get the benefit of the doubt. Well, he is still reaching for his pocket. He'll wait for Ajit to wake up.
It's a little bit of a strange one in my eyes, because I think it was a foul from Gokulam. Gokulam, who pushed, will see better here a little bit, pushes the ball away. They run onto each other. Yes, he puts up open his arm, but I think he gets the yellow more of the complaining than he actually gets the yellow for the foul that was made.
Well, and also for stopping that opening. That is one reason. Otherwise, it was more of a 50-50 clash on the replay. And this time the decision has gone in favor of Churchill. They wouldn't mind. That is their game plan. That is the way they have planned things. And they haven't conceded too many goals, Churchill. They've been not really scoring enough. Even their head coach Francis Bonnet was saying that before the match, that goal scoring has been the problem. They have not found the confidence. They've conceded 2 here, I understand, but apart from that, before this game, they'd conceded 17. Of course, much more when you look at Real Kashmir, but then in the overall scenario, that's pretty decent. They've conceded 2 less than Gokulam. Right now, it's all at balance.
Problem is they only scored 17 also until today. So that's a little bit like he was saying. That's the main problem. You haven't conceded many, but if you don't score, you don't get the points.
True that. And you need to score. They have scored once. They would want to score more. Koko launches it long. And now the firepower is there. Abdul Karim Sam in the gamble. Was there enough for a penalty to be given? Appeals in vain. But the shot wasn't powerful enough.
I'm rather thinking with a body like his, he should be able to push his defender away and be one-on-one with the goalkeeper instead of going on the floor. Karim is not that kind of striker, sadly enough, that he will take a chance like that, that he will take an opportunity like that.
Well, he's reaching to the books again. And Churchill need to be careful. This is not some other day, some other referees where he let every other challenge go. If you go harsh, he knows how to punish them. And a bit of a cramp as well. And look at that challenge again.
Again, it's more clumsiness than really a challenge. Yes, it's a foul. I can understand it's a yellow card, but It's very far away from the goal also. It's a little bit of trying to drag down the game, as I said before. You're winning 2-1, you're struggling a little bit. It's not the Gokulam that is playing at a very high level right now, as we know they can do. Churchill is a leader. It's not like the previous match. The tempo is not that high, but dragging down the tempo, trying to drag down the tempo, and trying to see at the end that they can keep the 3 points.
Indeed, and those will not be allowed in today's game is what Tanmedhar believes, but it is a free kick for Churchill. It was very sporting from Gogo to just support his opponent player. He has to take it from behind the line. Oh wait, is it Shahif who has to wait outside for a moment to start play and then come back in because he was down injured? It is indeed that. He's been sent out again, and then Ruata delivers. No one connects. And Churchill, even though got an opportunity, couldn't really make the most of it. Goal kick for Gokulam.
It was a bit of a wasted opportunity. Ball didn't get deflected by anyone at the end. No opportunity for Churchill brothers, as I said. For me, the match has not been at that high of a standard, but still we've seen 3 goals. So it's a little bit more the opportunities that are being taken by the strikers compared to a really high quality game, which we also understand a little bit on this pitch. It's not really possible to play good football, to let the ball go around. Sometimes you need to kick it a little bit quicker, and it's what both teams are doing. But at the end, there is still 25 minutes to go, a long time to make some difference. You see the ball going left to right just by kicking it away, not as we had in the previous game that there was something behind that kick. Now it's sometimes just, we don't know where it's going to bounce, let us get that ball forward and hope that there is a player who can touch the ball. But that's why the game is a little bit on the lower side of what we want to see.
More of hopeful football at the moment, as you mentioned the word hope, and just waiting for the ground to play in their favor. Very different than the first half. It was more of Gokulam in control, playing a few passes. That early goal really changed the look of things. And at the same time, that also gives Churchill a chance to fight back, because one of these deflections, awkward bounces can fall in favor of the home side too, and then suddenly Gokulam will find themselves back at level terms even after having a 2-goal lead, and that'll be mentally demoralizing and difficult. And here's Emmanuel looking for the free man inside. Abhijit, he's taken the field on a purpose today, enjoying himself, but all those entertainment to vain. There is some good defending by Vikas. Remruata against No Fall. No Fall gets the better. It is a foot race now, and No Fall has seen a pass through. He'll stop and start and then turn. Well, very intelligent, but there were options. Just wanted to maintain possession. First time pass to Alex Sanchez, and now sort of on the left hand side. A cross in, not really well directed, and Gokulam will just continue attacking. This is more likely from the Malabarians, and now sort of to Abhijit, tried to be clever. Alex Sanchez will control. Can he find a green shirt in the box? He's waiting for a knock as well, I believe.
And it's one of the first times that we saw him in the second half actually touching the ball, and 2 times it's within the box. One time a good pass, second time trying to get that ball under control, and that's the danger that you have with him. Churchill brothers can be pushing and can be having opportunities, but you know well enough who is waiting on the other side, who is that guy who can finish out of nowhere, and it's something that you need to take in account. You cannot just go and send an extra player forward, being Churchill brothers, because you have Alex Sanchez waiting around the box, and he knows where to find the back of the net.
Sort of brief spell of possession for Gokulam Kerala. Suddenly, again back in control, passing it around at least 10-15 passes in this move together, but the outcome will be important to see if they can make use of all that possession. Still with Gokulam, a very long spell, and this is the problem. Totally wasted, given away. The patience needs to be there. When you're building up such moves, when you're playing 10-20 passes together, you need to have the patience in your mind to wait a little more. And Emmanuel driving forward, sort of wins it back, but suddenly, if you see, there are sometimes strategies from coaches. I wouldn't say it or claim it if it's a strategy or not. Solid defending from Aubin meanwhile, but they say that go for a different approach for a certain while and then go for a different approach for a certain while. You would be able to say that better or break it down better. The first 20 minutes in the second half was very wayward, very clumsy, and now suddenly after that 20-minute mark, or rather the 65th minute mark, Gokulam are trying to play a few passes and control things, and to do that, two more changes meanwhile. Babovic and Lalian Sangar Rentley, the man I was talking about, and Babovic replaces Alex Sanchez.
Yeah, indeed, you see Alex Sanchez coming off the pitch. Haven't given everything today. Looks quite tired also of the runs that he's been doing. Not really touched the ball much in the second half. So I think they're going to try to block midfield a little bit more than they were doing at the moment. But you were saying indeed plans and moments of play within 20 minutes, 10 minutes of the game. Everything depends on how long you can actually do a plan of your coach, and I mean okay, maybe a coach says we want to go and play high press right now. Can your team do that for 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Can they do it for 30 minutes? Everything depends on fitness. Everything depends on what is happening within the game. How is the mentality of the players? Are they going to keep pressing or not? Sometimes you as a coach have a certain plan forward, and after 5 minutes you can't see it anymore.
Indeed, and here's a chance for Churchill headed out. We'll talk about the two new players on, but before that, Churchill, they can change all plans, as you said, with a goal here. Luyukana. Gogo just fumbled up and couldn't control, hence recovers almost, but sort of has seen space, and he has seen the run of Babovic as well. Can he kill the game? Babovic couldn't really go past Nischal. Chandan was pulled Babovic down, but just not enough for such a big figure to go down, and that is why the referee rightly says goal kick.
Yeah, that was too light indeed to get a penalty there, but this is one of those opportunities that Gokulam should have and could have finished the game. Maybe he should have pushed that ball direction the far post when he had the opportunity instead of going one more further. But then you see how quickly suddenly you can get inside the box, how quickly suddenly you can be under trouble and maybe have finish of the game. But we see that Churchill has a little bit more opportunities, a little bit more the long balls coming, but it is up to Gokulam to try to finish this game.
Well, just a little refresh or recap about the substitution where Lalian Sangar Rentley came on. Here's a crosser comes in, and you said a while ago, the viewers who have joined in and tuned in again, just to remind them, he was in the I-League last edition itself, Lalian Sangar Rentley with Rajasthan United, been one of the most promising defensive medios and been signed by Arusha FC and now loaned back to Gokulam and scored and changed the fixture against Delhi FC himself. And here's Rentley. But then, just to add on one more point, a little problem when a new player comes in this kind of circumstances in the midfield. Midfield is a key part of the pitch, of the game plan, and if you are unable to read the pitch, read the conditions quickly enough, no matter how much quality you have in your bag, it might backfire with the change. And here's Abdul Karim. Oh, avoided the challenges. A good looking cross just away from Emmanuel.
Good ball there indeed. Gets that ball in between three defenders. Has the time to look and tries to reach his teammate, but it's just not good enough to get to the end of that ball. But as we say, they will have some opportunities, they will have some chances. They need to do better at the end to get an equalizer here. But there is 15 minutes to go plus extra time. There will still be some possibilities within the game.
And one more change has been made. And they do not have shortage of weapons. And now it'll happen finally. Well, a little correction, it wasn't sort of, it is Nofal who is walking off. And in comes Komron Tursunov. He is one of those danger men. 4 goals, 2 assists beside his name this season. Has come close to winning a championship with Trau FC a few seasons ago, where they lost out to Gokulam in the final day battle, and Gokulam lifted the title. He has seen it up close. He has won the I-League with Mohun Bagan, and now he has a chance again to try and contest for that title in the colours of Gokulam. And Abhilash Paul just running down the clock. Here's Komron, his first touch of the game. Tajikis international. Oh, that's a poor pass. And now that just opens up for Churchill to go on the break. Here's Fazal Ali. He has seen the run. The pass wasn't well measured.
That's not his best cross this time. I've seen a lot better from him than this. And this gives the time to Gokulam, as I've been saying, to drag down the game a little bit, because Gokulam this match has not been that that flashing on the pitch that they sometimes have. They've not really impressed within this game, but at the end they are still leading with 2-1. They've taken off their top goal scorer, which is also a little bit of a surprise because he's someone who can always score a goal. But it's up to Churchill brothers to find a solution. And on the other side, even if you play not top quality football and you go home with 3 points, that's what the teams do who want to win a title.
Well, there's a whole different story between playing just attractive football and getting points home. There can be different ways of getting points home, but the main target, the main emphasis should be on getting points home, and everyone has their own way to approach that. Hence, it doesn't matter what the approach is unless and until you're getting points. And here's a cross in, towards goal, off the crossbar it is. Oh, that was a sudden surprise moment. We have to wait for the replay, not sure what exactly happened there.
This is within the 6-yard box. This always needs to be punched away by the goalkeeper. There was a little bit of a surprise that suddenly one of the Churchill brothers was on the end of it, and let us watch here. Comes out of nowhere, runs through it. Very, very lucky there, Gokulam, that this is not a draw right now, the equalizer.
Well, talking about luck, it was Abdul Karim Samb almost about to get his goal.
Yeah, as I said before, he gets inside the box. It's not that he is a bad player. He had the same at Shillong Lajong. He gets inside the box, but just the difference between him and the captain of Gokulam, Alexis Sanchez, it's just a huge difference at these moments. And he will score some goals, I'm convinced about that. But it's these moments that make a difference for your team. It's these moments that pushes your team outside of a relegation or pushes your team direction a championship title. And yeah, it's something that you see at Shillong Lajong also. We talked a couple of times about him getting these opportunities in front of the goal, but not finishing it. Well, this maybe was a little bit of a surprise that he was there, but he should have done better at the end.
He should have, and could have capitalized on the mistake. He didn't expect it to come his way as well, neither did the keeper. And here's Abdul Karim getting involved, trying so hard to get his name on the score sheet. Another cross directed towards him, but this time Avilash will do no mistake. But a foot forward, what do you expect your striker to do in such crosses?
Can't do much there. If he puts his foot forward, most probably he's off, because then he will hit the goalkeeper maybe right on the face or right on the body. These are moments. This ball is too close to the 6-yard box. If it is a little bit more outside, you need to put your body in front of it. But inside the 6-yard box, a ball that goes down, it's too difficult for a striker to reach, and I don't even think he could have reached it. So he would have always been late, injured the goalkeeper, and that's not what you want to do as a striker either. But if it's in the air, you want to go for the header, that's a different story.
And this time, he's offside. Well, so the story has always this man involved, but he hasn't really found the goals. It sometimes happens when strikers have a bad patch too, where you're just not getting the goals, and one or two back-to-back goals, and then things start to change. But that is far from a story being told. We're into the last 10 minutes of regulation time. Is there more goals in this contest? It has been generally tight in the last 5 meetings. 2 1-1 score lines, and the rest being 1-0 in favor of Gokulam in the last 5 meetings. But Gokulam Kerala, they love to score goals. They're the highest scoring team in the league at the moment. They have scored 35 before this, and 2 more, 37 goals in 16th match right now. And Komran Tursunov, he's got all those abilities from the set pieces.
But if I look a little bit at his statistics, or available statistics, he's not really a goal scorer overall. In the last 5 years, he has scored 7 goals. So he's not really someone who is going to bring you 15 goals a season, which you never know, it can happen one day. But these are just the available statistics. You know well enough on certain leagues you don't get much available. But he scored 7 goals within 5 seasons. That's 1 goal a season approximately. So to expect from him 10 goals this year, it's not really his thing. I think he's more a bit of a target man, and maybe if he plays someone alongside, maybe like someone like Sanchez, and he can use his body and Sanchez can get these balls, maybe that's a different approach. But he's already 27. His numbers don't show it, but maybe here today gets that one opportunity and does a draw for his team.
Well, more of a player who fits in that 4-4-2 maybe, the front 2. And here's Abdul Karim, plays those passes, gets involved so often. And now a shot at goal, taken by surprise again. Back with Churchill. Wasted pass. Faisal was making the run inside, and Ajit played the ball outside.
good moment here from Emmanuel. Tries to do the hit, but Karim was free, had that opportunity, and then the second ball was just a waste to nothing and no one at the end. And these kind of moments with 7-8 minutes to go in the game just needs to be a lot better than what they've been doing, and this is where you see the difference of being able to finish a game or not. A ball like that should be just a true pass for a touch or a deflection, and that has not been happening.
Well, some confusion about the throw-in. It is in Gokulam's favour. Well, there's a card coming out for someone in the bench, I believe. And there's 2 changes getting ready as well for Gokulam, so things are happening at that dugout. Stolen by Faisal Ali, trying to combine. Somehow controls it, and Vikas couldn't get a touch here. And now it is danger on, but he recovers very well and wins the physical battle too. This Chandan, he'll control it. Pepovic. Closing stages of the game. Here's Komron. Tried to go through the legs of Faisal. Oh, and there's a chance for Abdul Karim Sam, and a much needed clearance from Avilash Paul.
And as I've been saying, he's get these opportunities. He is almost at the right spot. But the difference between a top quality striker and someone who is still trying to get there is they are at the right spot. And again here, the run was there, he was going for it, but he couldn't reach the right moment.
Well, talking about strikers, now that in the different divisions and the state leagues, that the foreign players, there's a rule put in, but just before that, a year ago when they were allowed, well, we have seen some strikers. I personally have seen one of the strikers very, very lethal. Emmanuel Sambo hasn't got too much of games probably around the country, but he's a one to watch out for. I'm not sure if he'll be seen again in the Indian football circuit, given that he was in the state leagues, but he's a very, very lethal one. And a substitution meanwhile, a double substitution. Johnson and Mashur Sharif.
But there are quite some little strikers within the state leagues and within the lower divisions. Even now, a lot of Indian young strikers who get their opportunities. Main thing is they need to be able to grow through and get opportunities in this league. And if I'm hearing that there is talks about bringing back foreigners in the state leagues, then I ask myself what is going to happen with these boys. Right now, one of the examples for us, for example, Sahil Harijan, who is 18 years old, he's top scorer in I-League 2 for our team. He's top scorer overall, and he's 18 years old. If tomorrow foreigners are back allowed in this league, will he still get his chance? That's one of the things that I'm a little bit worried about. But yeah, they've been good foreigners, they've been good Indian players, and I keep saying there is talent within Indian football. And like you said, there are some of them who actually can score a goal from out of nowhere, like it is here now. Alexis Sanchez, for example, who can score from out of nowhere. But yeah, it's finding the right people, it's finding the right players to fit into your system, and then at the end, give them the opportunities to play.
Well, hopefully the rule wouldn't be changed at least any soon. But there's two sides to that. One is what you said, of course, what will happen to these strikers. Of course, it's a great opportunity for them. We'll talk about that. But Lalian Sanga, Rentley, he's on. And Shubhashish wouldn't be troubled with that amount of power. Good goalkeeping, wasn't a bad idea to grow the grounded route. Faisal Ali couldn't keep it in.
No, it's a discussion indeed that can be done about bringing in the foreigners in these leagues. Yes or no? Look, I've been from the opinion, looking from an outsider a little bit. For me, at these levels, there should not be any foreigners. There should be Indian players. There should be the opportunity for Indian players to play. But I can understand the pros and cons, and we see this shot here, a simple save from Roy. But it's something that at the end discussions need to be done. I've seen one of the state leagues that just started where foreigners are allowed, where foreigners are playing. So at the end, it's a lot of discussions going on, but it's I give opportunities to young players. But let us see here a good pass on the left side.
Well, the shot blocked then, but the attack continues. Here's Emmanuel. There was a deflection on that pass. No handball involved, and even on the ground, Vikas had his mind clear that he wanted to clear it away. Here's Ajit. We're into additional time. 7 minutes have been added on. Similar story like the previous game, but do we have a similar outcome? Here's Gogo. 2 green shots. Still finds a pass to Luyukana. A bit of trickery and solid defending from Gokulam. And they're defending for their lives at the moment.
Very good dribble there. Tried to get past his defender. Just couldn't get the shot properly done. But within these next 6 minutes, there will still be some opportunities with Churchill pushing everything forward. But I wouldn't be surprised on one counter-attack for Gokulam and maybe finishing off with a 3-1.
Who knows? And Remruwata, watched closely by Comron, and they've pushed all the numbers forward. Stenley to Gogo. Brings in a crosser. The header is there as well. Abdul Karim is there as well. But solid defending from Gokulam Kerala. They're appealing for a handball, it seems, Nishchal Chandan. We'll see the replay, of course. But
that was on the previous shot already, that they were all shouting for a handball. But it's not being given by referee Tanmoy.
That's another hopeful header forward. Vilash will collect, and there at the background you can see the board, the champions of I-League 2008, 9, 12, 13, I believe. If I'm not reading it wrong, my eyesight needs to be checked otherwise. But well, 2.5 minutes into additional time. Anything still possible the way the game is going on. And here's Emmanuel. He has sure made a difference in the game, but just the goals haven't come. Remruwata. Faisal Ali will control it. And now Gogo's cross. He's always looking positive, always looking to go in the box. Lalian Sanga clears. And a great first touch from Comron. We can do the rest. Good enough. Another cross. The fullbacks delivering and punched out with intent from Avilash Paul. There's a player down in the box. Seems to be Abdul Hakko. He was struggling in the first minutes of the game.
And he was down for a while already. That's why the players were complaining that the referee didn't blow earlier, because this could have made a difference on the offside rule. If he's still on the floor, as a player, you don't have to be looking at the goalkeeper only then. You could have gone a lot more deeper. So right now there is 3 minutes left, maybe some extra additional, but it is all Churchill who is putting the ball forwards, and it is Gokulam who is hoping on one quality transition to finish off the game.
Well, match number 100 is still filled with drama, with few minutes to go. And they'll restart from the throw. Aubin. Oh, trying the same thing again. Got it stuck under his feet. Bavovic rightly taking his time, feeding the push and plays it back. Intelligent. And that is wasteful. Just inviting Churchill to attack. Shubhashish will sure launch it long.
Could have better played it back to his own goalkeeper and keep playing the ball from the back. These are moments sometimes you don't think about this anymore. But there will still be an opportunity, one of the two sides. And as I said, it's Gokulam who's trying to get onto a transition. A lot of players are in front of the ball on the side of Churchill.
Well measured to Johnson. Somehow sticks to his left boot. He's taking his time and wins a corner. Appreciation for Leshram Johnson Singh. Just came on, and Domingo Cabrera seems like once again he'll continue his winning run. But it is just a warning sign. A little pressure on Mohammedan Sporting. If this stays the score line, it will be 6 back-to-back victories, 7 games unbeaten in the I-League. Lalian Sangha delivers. Too far away from any of those approaching players. Oh, there's a man left free, and it was Emmanuel.
Counter-attack here indeed, last counter-attack, Emmanuel going. That ball tries to find his teammate, and again that wrong control at the wrong moment at the end. And we have the last transition, or one of the last transitions here. 4 versus 4.
Well, here's Comron. He loves to go for goal himself, but he has found Mashur Sharif. And that is the final attempt. And Gokulam remain unbeaten 6 in a row. Or more rather, 6 wins in a row for them. It is 3 more points as they keep putting pressure on the table toppers. And after somewhat a cagey second half, it is Gokulam who come on top. There's the possession stats. Churchill tried to fight back the scripted one. 51% possession for Churchill, 49 for Gokulam. 11 shots from Churchill to 12 from Gokulam, while 5 on target to 7 from Gokulam. A few fouls for both the teams, not too many corners, but 3 yellow cards all going towards Churchill brothers. 11 shots. There's the shot map, 5 of them from up to Kareem Sam and Martin Chavez with 2, Alan Colasso with 1, Louis Okana with that 1 shot and 1 goal. Remruata Ralte and Stenley with an attempt in the first half. Well, we'll see the shots from Gokulam Kerala as well, the away side. bags 3 more points, 12 shots. Alex Sanchez with 3 of them, 1 being converted. No fall with 3. Abhijit with 2 attempts and a screamer from distance. Papovic, Christy Davis and Johnson with 1 attempt each. Well, 8 fouls from Churchill brothers. 2 each from Stenley and Martin Chavis. Stenley got a card. Costa, Gago, Emmanuel and Ajit Kumar with 1 each. And Sebastian, who was taken off, he got the yellow card as well in the first half. And we'll see the stats or the fouls chart rather for Gokulam 2, 10 of them. Alex Sanchez with 3 and no fall with 2. Vikas with 2. Christy Davis, Rishad and Saurav with 1 each. Well then, Gokulam, they keep rising and history remains similar, as it's been over 2 or 3 years now that Gokulam have not been beaten by Churchill, and now it is 7 in a row for Gokulam Kerala against Churchill brothers that they are not beaten by this very opponent. And there's the story of the game for you all.
You can see now Gokulam got their 3 points and the pressure that they keep putting on Srini Deakin and Mohammedan. First ball was for Churchill, but quickly after that, top scorer, captain of Gokulam Kerala, Alexis Sanchez, scored 1-0. A little bit later was the other way around. An opportunity for Solo. He has that quality of scoring every time around the 6 yard. This was the one that I was talking about. Same players, but the other way around. And we have this quality goal here. Looks at it, sees that Roy is outside the goal, powers it over him for the 2-0.
Well, eyes on the money from Abhijit. From the moment it left his boot, it was written. The end result. Alex Sanchez got another chance right after this, but good amount of pressure from Alan Colasso, and Stanley with a shot straight to Abhilash Paul. And there were a few more attempts, a few more chances. This was the moment where Sebastian got the yellow card, and Stanley as well after a while. Martin Chavis was too eager here. He didn't get a booking for this, but Abhilash Paul Shio hurt himself in the process. But in the second half, after this was the last bit before half time, and in the second half, of course, Churchill came out with motivation, and Steve, you were predicting that Churchill will get the goal first no matter what the outcome of the game, and they did get the goal first, and we'll look at that goal too right after this. Cute finish.
Very quickly in the second half, quite some pressure. Ogana inside for far posts, as I say 100 times to players. Don't have to power it all the time. Find the space, put it inside foot. Far post, always dangerous for a goalkeeper, always difficult also. Maybe should have done better, because he's not really quickly on the floor, goalkeeper here. But this put a little bit more pressure in the game. Not too many opportunities of both sides. Some altercations like this, small pushes, small movements in between players, but at the end it was another one here that we see with another yellow card upcoming.
Well, a few yellow cards going here and there, and this one from Abdul Karim hits the crossbar. That could have been the moment when he came back in the game. And Abhilash Paul, he was struggling a bit, was under pressure, and at full time, all 3 points taken home from Tilak Maidan by the away side, and Churchill's poor form continues. Gokulam's winning run continues, and that is it from match number 100 in the I-League. An entertaining contest, Gokulam dominating the majority of the game, especially the first half, and in the second half we see Churchill scripting a comeback, but couldn't really do so. But either way, this is it from our side. We'll be back again with more action in the I-League, but for now, at full time, it is Churchill Brothers 1 and Gokulam Kerala 2. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the game and hope to see you again soon.